So 10 years ago, I started my Accutane treatment, which lasted for 6 months. It was documented on YouTube. In this video, I will be discussing my skin, of course, my scars, and anything that I think greatly improved the appearance of my skin. So I did have a mini scare that my acne was resurfacing. Of course, I've broken out regular acne over the years, but of course not the same sort of large, lumpy, disturbing acne that I had back then. I did start dental hygiene school September 2022, and it's a very, very intense program, very demanding, very unforgiving. We have clinic labs and also theory courses. It's a very demanding program, and it introduced a lot of new stress into my life, which is, I would consider, good stress. And I also walk a majority of my commute to school. I noticed my acne start to resurface at the end of 2022 and the beginning of 2023. I started to feel the pus in the channels under my skin. Some areas of my face started to itch, which were usually the first signs of the acne coming back. And I also had a little lump on the side of my face. I wasn't particularly too concerned, just because if it did resurface, I would just restart my treatment. And that's always been the case with Accutane. There is always a possibility that it would come back even after so many years of completing the treatment. I think the stress from school, the increased cardio, and all the sweating. I sweat a lot. I don't smell, but I sweat a lot, and it's like a lot of sweat. And, we have really long clinic hours. We're wearing masks, and I'm far from home. So I did try to combat this by toning my face at school. Like, once I get there, I tone it. Before I leave school, I tone it. Just trying to get as much sweat off of my skin as possible. So whenever I do have really intense cardio, like HIIT workouts, I will break out. So one of the contributing factors that broke me out over 10 years ago was I was doing Muay Thai 3 to 5 times a week. And that was really, really intense, and I broke out a lot. And one of the reasons I started Accutane was also I wanted to go to the gym without any makeup because, again, I sweat a lot. There was really no point in wearing makeup, but I couldn't go to Muay Thai without people just staring at me. So during that winter break, I did rediscover skincare products. I haven't taken care of my skin in a really, really long time. I remember mentioning in a stream a long time ago that I was washing my face with Head and Shoulders. I definitely was going through another depressive flare-up, and that was the best I could do for myself. So I did use niacinamide on my skin to help with my acne. It kind of turned a cluster of acne into like one big acne. Eventually it did calm down and it went away. I also learned how funky my hormones are. We'll get into my health in a little bit. I did end up losing my interest in skincare again. During the month of June, I was sick with the flu. And fun fact, I don't get sick very often, and this was the second time in my life getting the flu. And during this time, I did not use any skincare. Obviously, I didn't apply any makeup, and all I really did was rinse my face with water. And I did take some photos and videos of what it was like after a month of just no products on my skin. I think it's a great reference point of how far my skin has come, and with no influence of any products. I have since started to get back into skincare. I did make a couple of skincare product orders, and I recently started to wear makeup again for the first time. I haven't had any particular concerns with my acne resurfacing, and that is pretty much it for the update. And for a majority of school, I didn't wear any makeup. Like there were some days that I would wear makeup. Mostly the theory days, definitely not on clinic days. But yeah, I was able to go to school without any makeup on, and I was able to have normal conversations without people's eyes just traveling all over my face. And I feel human. I feel normal-ish. I mean, I still have scars.
I also want to mention one of the biggest changes that I did that drastically changed my life is using a shower head filter. I used to use like $50 body wash, $100 shampoo, $100 conditioner, and yet I felt itchy, waxy, and flaky. And it wasn't until the summer of 2018 where I took my first shower in South Korea, and I just felt like renewed, like new. And I realized it was the water here in Toronto that was making me feel waxy, flaky, and itchy. Um, and I've been using a shower head filter since fall 2018, and it has made the biggest difference in my hair, on my skin, my body. I can just use drugstore products and feel amazing. And I feel like my products work so much more effectively as well. So I personally use the T3 shower head. I chose to go with T3 because I am a big fan of T3 products. You don't have to get T3, but the only thing that like I would suggest with when you're looking into getting a shower head filter is that you can sustainably repurchase the filters because that's the most important part. And I knew that T3 was a company that was going to be here for a long time. And they've had the shower head filters for a while now already. And so I was confident um, investing into their shower head because it is expensive. And I do repurchase the filters regularly. And I totally think it's worth it. But I do know it is considered expensive for some people, like especially the initial cost. So if it's not within your budget, just make sure that you can like sustainably repurchase the filter for the shower head. And that is, yeah, I love my shower head filter.
Now, moving on to acne scars, I would like to transport us back all the way to August 2017. This was the condition of my skin at the time. During this trip, I ran out of exfoliator, like abrasive exfoliator with like scrubs or like beads in it. And I ended up getting a Japanese bath towel to substitute that. And it definitely helped my boxcar scars a lot. I don't recommend it. It is very abrasive. I don't use the towels as much anymore these days because, as it turns out, I actually have dermatitis and I was diagnosed summer 2022. I also have a lot of environmental allergies. Well, I did that test in 2020. So that's why my skin always sort of felt itchy, and I always lean towards abrasive scrubs on my skin for my skin just to relieve the itch. So the Japanese bath towels I use were like aggressively itching my skin, and it gave me that relief. So that was basically my acne scar, indirect acne scar treatment since August 2017. Ever since I started my allergy medication, I have not scrubbed my skin as hard because it's not itchy. So I didn't feel, because I always felt that my skin dirty or I didn't feel clean. So I just kept scrubbing it and scrubbing it. And because I'm on allergy medication now, I'm actually on, I'm doing allergy shots. I actually haven't been scrubbing my skin. And at the moment, I'm not doing anything particular for my acne scars. Rena did recommend me the Dr. Dennis Gross daily peel pads, and I've been using them once a week for 3 weeks now. I would also love to get acne scar treatment at a clinic or a spa. If you guys have any recommendations for acne scar treatments in Toronto that are accessible by TTC, let me know. So ever since I was diagnosed with environmental allergens and dermatitis, I now take allergy meds every day. And like I said, I also started immunity shots. I want to say that my life improved so much once I started to take medication. It was wonderful. I could actually appreciate the world around me. Like, I would look at the sky and be like, wow, the sky is blue, and I could appreciate that the sky is blue. So because of the allergy medication, my skin has calmed down a lot. I don't have as much redness. I can go out without makeup and not be stared at like a monster, because despite not having the lumpy acne, I still had very disturbing acne scars, because most people don't have scars like me. Yeah, it's definitely still disturbing to other people, but definitely not like before. So I also wanted to touch base on my mental health. I started psychotherapy January 2020 for 8 months, and then I restarted again January 2022. And I have to say, my life has improved so much since I started. I do want to talk about the things that I discovered in a future video or video series. There's just a lot to talk about, but the point is, the clarity that I got and the things that I discovered has helped reduce a lot of depression. It really helped my physical body heal. As my mental health started to heal, I became less stressed, had a slightly better outlook on life. And personally, I didn't think I was going to exist for this long. As many of you guys know, I was planning on taking my life back in summer 2016. I'm also trying not to mask in my videos anymore. I'm sure you guys noticed I'm not as like cheery. I'm a little bit more monotone, and I'm trying just to be, not to amp up my personality as much, just so you guys can see like a happier version of me on camera. I'm trying to be as normal as possible. I am fighting it a little bit. So with the greatly improved mental health, I believe that my skin indirectly benefited from that. Cortisol levels, hormones, all that. I'm really hoping that in a future video, I can talk more about all the diagnoses that I acquired. It's a very, very long list, and it makes a lot of sense. Like everything will tie in together and make sense why something like me was produced. So there have been many lifestyle changes, and I don't know if I can get into all of them right now, but one of the main ones is definitely my sleep. My sleep has improved so much. It's not perfect, but we are getting there. I don't use any sleep medication anymore. I don't use any supplements like melatonin. I started drinking magnesium biglycinate at night, and it just calms me down and I fall asleep. And it also helps that I now have a cat, my cat being Sue. And yeah, it's just, I will take any chance to sleep. And yeah, I feel that because I used to have really, really intense nightmares, and I couldn't differentiate between reality and my dream. But ever since Bingsu came into my life, I will just look for him when I'm awake. And if I see him, then I know I'm in reality, because I don't seem to dream of Bingsu. And ever since I started taking magnesium biglycinate, I noticed I haven't been dreaming as intensely. And that's really great, because my nightmares were really intense. Like, And it would really, really stress me out because I wouldn't be able to wake up unless I died in the dream. And we can talk all about my dreams in another video, but yeah, that my sleep is a lot better now. And it also helped that school tired me out so much. I would sleep so well after clinic days. I don't know if you can tell, but I am sweating right now. It is I literally just showered, so that sucks because I'm about to go out. So in terms of skincare, since I'm no longer sacrificing my skin for skincare routine videos for you guys, I have been slowly rediscovering skincare products for me, for my skin, and also on a student budget. I just also love spending on my cat. So, I rather have more money go to him than me. So as of right now, I don't really have any solid skincare routine or rotation of products. I'm kind of just using up whatever I already had. I did make an order recently, so hopefully I will enjoy those products and maybe I can share them in the future. Yeah, it's just a lot of random products. No, really, I'm really out of the whole like skincare beauty realm. Like there's so many new products. Like I'm just so lost. If you guys have any skincare favorites, any recommendations, I would love to hear about it. Let me know in the comments below. I also wanted to mention that I still have normal skin type. Before I started my Accutane treatment, it was oily combination skin. During the treatment, it was very dry, very sensitive skin. And I think it's worth mentioning because I've had normal skin type for the last 10 years and it's nice. Sometimes I miss the oil, but getting that glow. But yeah, normal skin type is very nice. I think it's worth mentioning. I am looking for a new cleanser, a new eye cream, a new sunscreen. That aged filter on TikTok really disturbed me and I just really want to do more for my skin. So we have reached the end of the video. I have been rambling on for a while now. I wanted to thank you guys so much for watching and supporting me over the years. I know I missed the last couple years of updates, and ever since I realized it was the 10th year, I think it's a worthy update to pop in and just let you guys know, everything that has progressed with my skin. I don't want to particularly promise you guys that I will be back anytime soon in the future. Of course, there's always a part of me that wants to return regularly or semi-regularly, but I have been really enjoying my offline life. And I think to thrive in the online world, you need to have a solid offline life. And that's something I didn't have back then, which, was basically my downfall. And if you miss me, you can watch an old video. So yeah, drink water, eat well, sleep well, drink more water, and I'll see you guys again one day.